All right, this is the unit rate homework number 2. Take a look at number 1. It says, if 7 model cars cost $28, what's the unit price or the price of 1 model car? So the first thing we're going to do is set up our labels. We're going to put price over models. It's $28 for 7 cars. So what's the price for 1 car? Okay, so you should be able to cross multiply, and we would get 7x. Multiply this way, we get 28. Solve the equation for x. So we're going to do the opposite of times 7, which is to divide by 7 on both sides. And x would be 4. Since we're trying to get price, we're going to put our label of $4 there. Take a look at number 2. It says, a store sells 4 cans of bean for $9. So what's the price for 7 cans? Well, my labels are price over cans. So I'm going to set this up. We're going to try and find the price for 1 can, and then we'll be able to multiply by 7 to get the price for 7 cans. So it's $9 for 4 cans. What's the price for 1 can? So if I multiply, I get 4 times x. 9 times 1 is 9. I'm still going to divide by 4. And then this, you might want to enter it into your calculator, or you can do the long division. Let's see, I'm going to do 9 divided by 4. That's going to be $2.25 for 1 can. But because I want 7 cans, I'm going to multiply by 7. So I'm going to do that in my calculator, times 7. So it's going to be $15.75. All right, number 3 said if 7 notepads are $3.15, then what's the price for 1 notepad? So price over notepads, $3.15 for 7. How much for 1? Do your cross multiplying, and you guys are going to solve over here. Okay, number 4. The price of an 8-minute phone call is $1.20. So what's the price of a 17-minute phone call? Again, we're going to do price per minute. We want to find the price per 1 minute. So if it's $1.20 for 8 minutes, how much is it for 1? So if I cross multiply, I get 8x equals $1.20. Divide by 8. I'm going to have to type in $1.20 divided by 8. So it's 15 cents per minute, but we want to know for 17 minutes. So we're going to multiply that, not by 17 cents, but by 17 minutes. So do that and you will get your answer. Number 5, a 25-pound bag of bird food is $19.50. A 30-pound bag is $22.80. Which one's the better buy? All right, well, we're going to split our work in half here. And the first bag is going to be cost per pound of bird food. Okay, so it's going to be $19.50 for 25-pound bag. How much is it for 1 pound? So we'll cross multiply. I'll get 25x equals $19.50. Divide by 25. $19.50 divided by 25 is 78 cents a pound. So the first bag is 78 cents a pound. Now we've got to compare the second bag. Same thing, dollars for bird food. That's going to be the bag. It's $22.80 For a 30-pound bag, how much is that for 1 pound? Same thing, cross multiply. We're going to get 30x equals 2280. Divide by 30. 2280 divided by 30. You're going to get 76 cents. So they want to know what's the better buy, 78 cents or 76 cents. So this one is cheaper by about 2 cents. So this would be the one, if we didn't care how much food we bought, we would buy that one. All right, number 6 says, you want to buy some rice. A 6-ounce bag is $2.28. 14-ounce package is $5.18. A 26-ounce package is $10.40. Which is the best buy? So now we've got 3 different size packages. So you're going to divide up your workspace into 3 sections, and you're going to set up price per package. So that first package is $2.28 for 6 ounces. You're going to find out how much it is for 1 ounce. Then we're going to go to the second one. Same thing, price per package. It's going to be $5.18 for 14 ounces. How much for 1? And then the third package, price per package, is $10.40 for 26 ounces. How much for 1? So you're going to have to solve all those proportions and figure out which one would be the best buy. All right, let's flip to the back. Number 7, at a home improvement store, you find 2 ways to buy the roofing nail that you need. The 2-pound box is $3.72 and a 17-pound box is $31.96. Which one's the better buy? So I'm going to separate it, and I'm going to do price over nails. And the first box is $3.72 for a 2-pound box. So how much is it for 1? And then the other box, price for the nails, is $31.96 for a 17-pound box. How much for 1? Okay, so we're going to cross multiply. We get 2x equals 372. Divide by 2. If I do that division, I'm going to get 372 divided by 2. It's going to be $1.86. You're going to solve the same way over here. And then you're going to decide which box is the better buy. But then you also have to answer, why might a person buy the other box regardless of price? Well, there's a big difference in the number of pounds in the box. This one has 2 pounds of nails, and this one's 17 pounds of nails. So, if you don't need a lot of nails, you might not want to buy a 17-pound box. So that's how you would explain your answer there. All right, so you guys are going to finish that one. Number 8 says, the store selling packages of 15 trading cards would be $4.20. What's the unit price per card? So price per card, we're going to do $4.20 for 15 cards. So how much for 1 card? You guys are going to cross multiply and solve that one. Number 9 says a contractor purchases 4 dozen pairs of padded work gloves for $54.24. She incorrectly calculates the unit price to be $13.56 per pair for the expense report. So what's the correct unit price? Well, we talked about that word dozen, and we know that in a dozen, that's 12. So if there's 4 dozen or 4 12s, we're going to actually multiply that out. 12 times 4 means that there's 48 pairs. Okay, so we're going to set that up. Price per pair. We know that it's $54.24 for 48 pairs. How much is it for 1 pair? So we cross multiply. We get 48x equals $54.24. Divide by 48. 54, 24, that top number always goes in first. So it's going to be $1.13. Remember your dollar signs, per pair. Okay, that's not what she got. She got $13.56 per pair. So I wonder what she did incorrectly. Do you think she used subtraction rather than division? Do you think B, the unit price is per dozen and not per pair? C, the contractor uses multiplication rather than division to find the unit price? Or D, do you think the contractor's unit price is per glove and not per pair of gloves? All right, so I'm going to let you guys figure out which one of those choices, what do you think they did wrong?